Hey everyone, what is up? Manny here, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another training tutorial featuring one of the most complete compound moves that I know of on the bar, the muscle up. So what are we going to need in order to literally pull this one off? Well, definitely a lot of upper body power, lats, biceps, but also core, in particular the abs, and not only the pulling but also the whole pushing machinery is at work here. We're talking about chest and triceps and also shoulders for stabilization. And since all this stuff is in use during climbing as well, it makes sense that mastering this move has a positive impact on your climbing performance. Furthermore, it makes sense to incorporate some softer climbing moves into your warm-up when you plan to train for or practice the move. It's also a good idea to engage in some upper body mobilizing, like I demonstrated here, some minor stretching of the whole upper body, arms and stuff. Nothing major, just in order to wake everything up properly. If you're interested in my complete warm-up routine, check out this video here. So you want to learn the muscle up? Let me show you how to get it done. For obvious reasons, this move demands a lot of pull-up power, so it's probably not a bad idea to practice the everyday regular normal pull-up a little bit. Make sure that you execute the pull-ups nicely, get that chin as far above the bar as possible, and maybe switch things up from time to time. Also try the wide grip and the close grip. In my opinion, the muscle up is performed easiest when grabbing the bar slightly above shoulder width. When normal pull-ups start to feel kinda easy for you, you can bring your abs into the game by performing these L-sit or leg raise pull-ups, or however you wanna call them. This will also teach you to keep a bit of a distance between you and the bar whilst moving up, which is important because when you take a closer look, you will notice that the cleaner a muscle up is executed, the more the head and the whole upper body actually stay away from the bar while moving above it in an arched motion. And as you can imagine, for a proper muscle up, we are especially interested in the dynamic component of all these exercises, because in the end, that's what's going to help us tremendously to lift our whole upper body above the bar, especially when we're muscle up beginners. So your next goal has to be to add a significant dynamic component to your pulling exercises. Try to accelerate as much as possible during the pull-up phase in order to achieve a short moment of weightlessness at the top. And when you have a closer look, you will notice how my abs help me to utilize my legs for this purpose, to gain additional momentum. And that's why abs are an important part of the muscle up as well, especially at the beginning. The more dynamic you get, the more you have to pay attention that you don't fall into the straight arms in between your moves, because that's going to wear out your shoulders. Now if you start to feel confident with that more dynamic stuff, you can take it to the next level by trying these clapping pull-ups. That's what's really going to give you that dynamic power you're going to need, and yet again notice how the abs and the legs are in use to gain momentum, and how the upper body actually always keeps its distance from the bar. Alright, so much for the pulling part, but what a lot of people often forget is that there is a significant pushing component involved in the muscle up as well, which comes into play once the body can be lifted up high enough to allow the pushing machinery to engage and complete the move. Therefore, it makes sense to dedicate some time to pushing exercises as well. Here we'll start with the everyday normal push-up, which hits the triceps, chest and the abs, all of which we're going to need for our compound move. To mix things up a bit, you can try some variations like a wider grip or a closer grip with the arms and hands parallel to the body, or even the triangle push-up. And very recently I stumbled upon an exercise which is supposed to be excellent to develop the pushing machinery for the muscle up, the tiger push-up. I tried it out and I can say it hits the triceps and the core really hard. I can only recommend it. It's a very good exercise for our purpose. And yet again, once you start getting really confident with these basic pushing exercises, you can try to get some dynamics into the game by practicing clapping push-ups. Another exercise you can try once you're able to lift your whole body above the bar are actual bar dips. Now these of course represent the pushing situation of the actual muscle up more accurately. So now that we've got both the pulling and the pushing machinery well developed, it's time to get our hands on the actual muscle up. Now first you will need some support in order to get it done, and also to develop a feeling for the actual move. My first tip would be to try to kind of jump into the muscle up, using some kind of solid ground to gain momentum. You can make it harder by lowering the platform, increasing the distance between the ground and the bar. If you're feeling confident with this approach, the next step is to try the muscle up out of a swinging motion. First you want to get your whole body into a swinging state, and then you have to start accelerating in the right moment. You can make it harder by using less and less swing. And if you continue like that, you'll one day find yourself pulling off muscle ups back to back, that's for sure. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something new. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you've got something from it, and tell me your opinion in the comments down below. Other than that, have a good training and I'll see you guys next time.